My name is Mark Weddle. I served the United States Marine Corps Reserve from 1987 to 1991. My father served in the Army back in the probably about the early 1950s, kind of in between the Korean War and Vietnam. I mean, he was all supportive of it because he served, so I mean, there was definitely no negative feelings on it. I mean, he was definitely supportive, 100%. I did my boot camp training in San Diego, California at MCRD, and then did some of my MOS training at Camp Pendleton, just north of San Diego. A lot of it was, I mean, I had a lot of people that talked to me about it and gave me kind of a little bit of heads up of what to expect. The physical part of it, I wasn't shocked at all because I was already in physical condition at the time. I was very athletic, so the physical part came really easy for me. The mental aspect of it was, I mean, I was prepared, but I think, I don't know if you're 100% mentally prepared for something that you've never really experienced. I mean, I had, growing up and playing football, I had coaches yelling at me and stuff like that. So I think it prepared me a little bit what I was to expect. But, you know, I definitely feel like it was a shock to a point. In the reserve, my reserve unit, we were, our MOS was in supply, and so I served out at Camp Pendleton in the supply warehouse, shipping out materials and gear to the Marines that were all over, mostly overseas, some that were deployed, if you know, depending on where they were at. We would ship the gear to them. And on my unit back home, we did some supply training, but we also did a lot of like Marine Corps field battle type training, a lot of war games and things like that. Did a lot of out in the field. We'd stay out in the field over the whole weekend and do a lot of intensive training there. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I attribute what I learned in the Marine Corps to my work ethic today. I mean, I am a strong believer in if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. So, I mean, I come to work usually half hour to 45 minutes before I'm even supposed to be here, and just to kind of prepare myself mentally. And I make sure I get up on time early and make sure I have enough time to get to work and then to kind of acclimate myself before I actually dive in. And then my work ethic as far as really pushing myself and applying what I've learned in college and just diving into it really heavy. Well, I mean, it took me a little while to get to the career I'm at now. I tried to start my own business, painting houses. I come from a family of house painters. My uncle owned a business. My dad eventually was self-employed. My brother was self-employed painter. And I kind of took on that role and started to build up a clientele. And then I injured my back and had to have surgery and just kind of had to take a different route, and then decided to go back to college. And I was 40 years old when I went back to college, and finally got my bachelor's, and then recently got my master's. I am having a blast, for one. I mean, I love teaching high school art. I've been an artist all my life. I mean, even in when I was in the Marine Corps and when I was in boot camp, I was considered the platoon artist. I actually had the drill instructors want me to draw their portrait. And then when I was stationed out in Camp Pendleton, I designed and drew their mascot. They were called the Box Boys. It was just kind of fitting working in a warehouse. So I designed that character that they actually displayed for quite a few years in the warehouse, which was kind of neat. But I've always been into art. When I was in high school, I was into art and competed in a lot of art shows. Today, I compete still with my paintings. I submit them into art shows, and it seems to do really well. And also, kind of sell some work, do some commissioned work here and there. Nothing really substantial, but my time is pretty occupied just teaching alone. Absolutely. Now, what I found out that I had moved in this apartment in Green Valley, and right behind me, I kind of met this family that was right behind me, and we kind of looked at each other. He noticed me more than I noticed him. He said, "Did you serve in the reserve unit out in Topeka?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Your name's Mark Weddle, right?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I was your squad leader." And it just kind of, we kind of rebonded and created a really good friendship there, and we're still friends today. He just still lives down the street from me. I had bought a house down the road, and we keep in contact quite often. His son went into the Marine Corps and finally got out just this last year, and so yeah, I mean, I keep in contact with him quite often. He's a good influence on me. It really helped me through a lot. Really think about it really hard. I mean, I think it's a good thing for students to get that experience, and it creates that discipline where they can develop. For me, it helped me develop a really strong work ethic. Not only did I learn that from my father, but also from the military. But I think it's a good experience for them to at least 4 years to see the world. I mean, you're young, and that's a perfect time to be able to have those life experiences that will carry you through the rest of your life. And the self-confidence. I think if you're struggling with self-confidence, the military will definitely help you with that.